In this video, I'll be showing you how to prep a two-track beat before mixing your vocals. Yo, what's up guys? It's Mixnob here and I'm going to show you the few things I do to my two-track beats before mixing my vocals. But before we go ahead, you can check out my previous videos. The links are in the description, and if you're not subscribed to this channel, please do so for more videos like this. So what do I mean by a two-track beat? This is basically an MP3 or WAV file sent to you by a producer for mixing alongside the vocal stems, which is to say you don't have access to these beat stems, right? This might be as a result of missing file or the beat was downloaded online. Whatever the case may be, you basically don't have access to the beat stems, and what you have to work with is just the MP3 that is sent to you by a producer. So this is what we call a two-track beat. You just having access to the mastered MP3 or WAV file of the beat without the stems. Now, the next thing you need to do after importing your stems into your DAW is to reduce the gain of the beat. And I reduce the gain of the beat by minus 10 decibel. And this is not a must use figure. This is what works for me because along the line, I'm going to add plugins that will increase the gain of the overall mix, right? But for me, this is what works for me. You can figure out what works for you. So I reduced it by minus 10 decibel. And if you look closely here, I reduced my fader as well to 10 or minus 10 decibel. This is just to help me manage the volume that comes out from my speaker or my headphone. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to play a before. I'm going to play before reducing this to minus 10 and play after. Bear in mind, this fader doesn't affect the signal. Let me play it before and after so you notice what I'm talking about. So if you paid close attention at my meter, you notice that before I reduce this to minus 10 decibel, the gain to minus 10 decibel, it was hitting at 0. Then after reducing it to minus 10 decibel, it's now hitting at minus 10. So this is just to tell you that even if I increase this or reduce this fader, this volume fader, it doesn't affect the signal that comes in to the DAW. So another way you can do this is by using a gain plugin or a trim plugin. So I prefer turning things down directly. That's why I muted this, but you can make use of this and reduce it by minus 10 or whatever number that works for you. So this is the first thing I do whenever I'm mixing a two-track beat. This is the first thing I usually do. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is to get headroom before I start mixing. If I don't do that, I'll be clipping into the plugins, which is really bad. So I'm reducing it by minus 10 to get headroom for me to work with. Now, the second thing I do to my two-track beats before mixing my vocals is adding this emulator. This is an LLS bus which emulates the big console like the SSL board, and I'm leaving it at Spike, which is the SSL board. So this is the first plugin I'm using. Now, the third thing I do is to add this plugin. This is from Waves and it's called Smack Attack. Now, this is just to bring back some of those energy that is lost from the beats. This beat is actually mastered. So using this particular plugin helps to bring back those dynamics, those transients back. So that's what I'm doing with this. And on this attack knob, I'm increasing it to 26 and reducing the output to minus 3 just to balance things out. I'm going to play a before and after so you can hear what this plugin is actually doing to the beats. So yeah, you can hear how energetic the beat became after I engaged this plugin. So this is just to, bring back that lost transient, right? That is what I'm using this particular plugin to do. So the next thing I did was to add this plugin right here. This is called Center from Waves. This is a widener. And the cool thing about this plugin is that it has different option to widen or tighten whichever band you want to. So like the low, it has a knob for the low, which I reduced to the center. So I took everything that was on the low to the center. And then the highs, I took everything to the sides, and we have the punch, which I actually pushed a bit to the side, and also the master. This is just to balance things out. Then we have two faders, the center fader and the side fader. So the side fader increased it by 1.3 decibel, and the center knob I increased it by 5.7 decibel. So I'm going to play a before and after so you can hear what's exactly what this plugin is doing. So you can hear how it sounds. This is just to give space for individual elements to live properly in their own space. So if you listen closely, you can notice that the beat now opened up for the vocals to sit in the middle. So that is what I do with this particular plugin. And finally, the plugin I use is the last plugin I use on my 2-track beats is the dynamic EQ. I'm making use of this F6 ROTA from Waves, and this is the last thing I do to my beats after mixing my vocals, right? So I don't touch this, I don't use this EQ before mixing. So this is after mixing the vocals, just to carve out space for the vocals to sit properly, right? So I'll show you in the next video how this EQ works. So this is just a bonus tip. So this is what I do before mixing my vocals. I'm going to play this one more time so you can hear what these plugins are doing before and after adding them. Yeah, so you can hear how this beat opened up and how energetic the beat sounds. These are just the few things I do to my 2-track beats just to give them life and create that space for my vocals to live. If there's any question or anything at all, please do to leave it on the comment section, and you can also send me a DM. My handle is on the description. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please do so for more videos like this. Don't forget to like, share, and click on the notification button to get notified when I drop the next video. Thanks for watching and see you soon.